Our next speaker now is Congressman Gus Bilirakis of Florida, who's arrived. Congressman Bilirakis has been a staunch supporter and champion in the rare disease community, co-authoring the Open Act along with Congressman Butterfield of North Carolina. Representative Bilirakis helped champion the Open Act and the 21st Century Cures Act in the House, playing an important role in its passage. And last year, along with Chairman Upton, Representative Bilirakis also received a Congressional Leadership Award in recognition for his advocacy on behalf of rare disease patients. And he's been doing a lot for us all this time, and we greatly appreciate both his friendship and his support for rare disease issues. Please join me in welcoming Congressman Gus Bilirakis.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, that was so very nice of you to honor me with that award. I wanted to be there. We had a 9.5-hour markup, probably Fred mentioned that a few weeks ago or a few months ago when the award was given, but I have it right in my office, and I'm so very proud of it. So again, thank you for inviting me today. It's a privilege to be here with so many patients, advocates, and organizations, as well as, I'm not sure if Chairman Upton is still here, but he's been terrific. He's been a godsend, and he's given me the opportunity to work on these issues, such as the Open Act. By the way, the Commissioner is right. You make such a difference when you come here. Public awareness, the social media, but being here personally and meeting with members of Congress, and let's get the United States Senate to move on the Open Act and the 21st Century Cures. That's our goal this year. So the issue is so very important to me, and I commend you for your hard work to raise awareness again and encourage more research and innovation to find cures and treatments for rare diseases. I'm honored to join you in this fight, and I will continue to champion this important issue with my colleagues in the House and the Senate. There are 10,000 known diseases, 7,000 of which are rare. Over 95% of these rare diseases have no treatments because each rare disease impacts a small number of patients. I know you know that. While only a number of patients are affected by each disease, rare diseases as a whole affect 30 million Americans. We need to get the word out. Clearly, rare diseases are not a rare problem. I'm proud to play a big role in the House efforts to combat rare diseases. I will always be there for you. The Energy and Commerce Committee's 21st Century Cures Act, which passed the House last year, included my Open Act to help patients with rare diseases. As you know all too well, accessing potential cures and treatments for rare diseases can be very difficult. The Open Act will help patients gain access to these potential cures. Common sense. This bill will incentivize drug makers and innovators to repurpose major market drugs for life-threatening rare diseases and opens the door to the development of hundreds of new approved drugs and treatments for individuals with rare diseases, as well as a surge in biotechnology, jobs and investments. The Open Act can help millions of people by ensuring medications are safe and effective for rare conditions and can be reimbursed through insurance coverage. So very important, so people have access to these medications. I've talked to so many people that come to see me in Washington, D.C., but also in my district in Florida, and sometimes they do their own research and they find physicians in some cases to administer the medication. However, it's so very expensive, and they're taking it off label, and the dosage issue that the Commissioner spoke of. So we have to get this passed, ladies and gentlemen. It will be my top priority, along with my veterans bill. When we talked about the opioid addiction, I have the Promise Act, which will help out in that area with pain management and offering alternative treatments to opioids. So again, the Open Act can help millions of people by ensuring medications are safe and effective for rare conditions and can be reimbursed, as I said. I repeated myself, but it's so very important, insurance coverage for these medications. After hearing from so many of you and others in this fight, I'm proud to help sponsor and advance this important bill. Please come to me with your personal stories. They really make a difference. That way I can get the word out too around the country. So it's really so very important that you meet with me and other members of Congress, particularly those that are on the Healthcare Committee under Energy and Commerce. And please meet with United States Senators because they are the key. We've got to get this bill in conference, and we want to include the Open Act in the Senate bill, the FDA Senate bill, so that we can secure it and get it on the President's desk as soon as possible. But the real champions, we could not do it without you. The real champions in this battle are you and the entire rare disease community. So thank you so very much for what you do. Thank you what you have done for millions of Americans and millions of families around the country. I'm proud to be your partner, and I'm optimistic for the future. Dr. Kakis has been a real inspiration, and he's been my mentor in this area. We have a lot of things in common. We're both Greek, and and that means a lot. It really does, and the fact that he's enlightened me on these issues, and we have some stories that I probably shouldn't say today, but with regard to Zakynthos and how during World War II, his family is from this particular island, and I believe it was your brother, your cousin, wrote the book. We need to make that book a movie, by the way. How Greeks saved Greek Jews on that particular island when the Nazis came. They asked for the Jews on the island, and the mayor and the bishop came back with 2 people themselves. That was the list. They wanted a list, and it was the mayor and the bishop. Just to summarize, because this is an incredible story, and doctors, I hope you're not embarrassed, but Dr. Kakis' family is from an island in Greece called Zakynthos. And it's close to Kefalonia, which is a real big island, the tourist island. That's okay, I'll pick that up later. And there were about 270 Greeks, Greek Jews that lived on that island. And the Nazis came during World War II and asked for a list of Jews on the island. And the mayor and the bishop came forward with a list of 2 people. Himself, the mayor, and the bishop of the island. They stood up to Hitler. Personally, they stood up to Hitler and saved the Jews on the island. So it's really an incredible story. And doctors, your
some
cousin,
of them must have had a rare disease too.
Well,
Just to tie it in.
so in any case, yeah, we got to tie it in, but I'm sure we can tie it in. But thank you very much for the opportunity this morning, and I'll keep fighting for you. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So.